Kaitlin may have been hiding out in a campground in upstate New York. A witness tells Fox Digital that he saw Kaitlin Armstrong at a campground with her sister, Christine Armstrong. And in his words, it was right before the whole thing blew up. Joining us now is Jensen. He's a private investigator who's been following the case. And Tracy Walder is a former CIA and FBI special agent. Jason, I'm going to begin with you. What do we know about this campground and about the sister, Christine Armstrong?
Sure. The camp is named Camp Haven. That's its short name, but it's actually Haven for Humanity. It's located in Livingston Manor. And the reason why that place came up at all is the fact that when I jumped into this case to, do some research, see if I can't figure out where maybe people should start looking for Kaitlin. I came across her sister's name and looked her up because oftentimes fugitives will seek out a family member. And I noticed that on the 17th of May, just 3 days after Kaitlin was last seen in LaGuardia Airport, there was an address hit at this Livingston Manor location. And lo and behold, I discovered that Christine had just recently, on the 17th, obtained a driver's license for the state of New York, and she was an Austin resident.
So as we understand it from the reporting, the marshals have spoken with the witness at the campground. They're not talking to the public much, which is also curious because if you have someone wanted, it's usually good to do lots of interviews and put those names and pictures all over the press. But Agent Walder, help me out here, because if the sister is being described as a long-term camper and somebody who worked there, that would connote to me that she'd have some outdoor survival gear, perhaps. And lo and behold, the Canadian border's not far away. And so wouldn't it be convenient for Kaitlin to get some gear and then make her way north? Is that so preposterous?
I don't think that's preposterous at all, especially because we see that Christine did obtain a New York driver's license on May 17th, which is highly suspicious. So I think there's really kind of two things that could have happened. I think she could have made her way up to the Canadian border. It's not that far. Or we have that security footage of her being dropped off at Liberty Airport, and she could have used her sister's name. I'd be very interested to see what those flight manifests said, because there was nothing in her name going out on that day.
Super interesting. Let me put up a series of dates here, because on May 11th, that's when Mo Wilson is murdered. May 11th, okay? Then May 14th, 3 days later, that's when Kaitlin is spotted at LaGuardia Airport. She's taken a couple of flights up from Texas, and she's ended up at LaGuardia. And then there's that curious 4 days in between May 14th and May 18th when she is seen at Newark in New Jersey. And then she's gone off the grid. Nobody knows except for this witness who may have seen Kaitlin and her sister in the campground between the 14th and the 18th. And it makes sense if she got a New York license and handed it off to her sister. I mean, does that mean, Jason, that it's a presumption that Kaitlin's now presumed to be going by the name Christine Armstrong?
Right, and what's really interesting about Christine's full name is Christine Elizabeth. So she could be holding herself out in any combination of Chris, Christine, Christy, or Liz, Elizabeth, and she's from New York, and nobody would be the wiser because everybody's looking for Kaitlin from Texas.
Sure. Agent Walder, my suggestion is that she probably got a haircut because that mane of hers is real identifiable. But then there's the notion of working with maybe the Canadians. From your experience in the, CIA and the FBI, we have a pretty good working relationship with the Canadians, don't we? And my assumption is we're probably working with them right now.
Yes, we have an excellent relationship with the RCMP. We always have for decades, and we've really fostered and cherished that relationship. I think she's definitely changed her appearance. I don't mean this to come off in any way other than just she's very unremarkable looking, and that there isn't anything that really stands out, which makes it very easy for her to change her appearance. She also looks a lot like her sister. We have to remember in that timeline, the U.S. Marshals thought that really, as of May 23rd, that Kaitlin Armstrong was still in Texas. So she's really had quite the head start.
Yeah, well, this story continues. I'll have to have you both back because methinks that the trail might be growing cold. Ha, get it? Going to Canada. All right, so Jensen and Tracy Walder, thank you so much, both of you. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.